No, Jamaican Twitter is like fierce, okay? So y'all gotta be careful what it is you put out on social media because no one will be spared. Emily Shields came under fire after she tweeted on Thursday, and I quote, "Not a soul could catch me going out for restaurant week. Crammed restaurants, slow service, revised menus down to suit price, overdressed unusuals, always taking pictures for the world. Don't know what the fuss is about. Can't manage bruh." End of quote. All right, she voiced her opinion. After the retweets and the replies came pouring in, she tweeted yesterday, "I realize that my tweet has been completely misinterpreted by many here. Interpretations that I am somehow classist or elitist are absurd. None of you can truthfully say that about me. I have no time for the misinterpretation of the mob." All right, first and foremost, she kinda, how I read it, I don't know, I must be the mob. Because how I read it, I kind of interpreted it like everybody else. Like it was a little bit judgmental of the fact that the rest of us who want to go to restaurant who can't afford enough money, take up yourself and go pile up in a restaurant for less money. And even though it cram up and rain. So it kind of seemed like she was separating herself from the people who would.
Well, let's just say, there are many points to this tweet. Now, overdressed unusuals.
Yeah,
you
even
put
the
out what it
wording.
is. A thought came to your mind and you put it out there. And that is the world we live in now. And I was just talking to some journalists yesterday, one doing his master's and the other one final year. And we were talking about journalism and stories, and I'm saying people interpret things differently. And no matter what it is, you might be just stating a fact. We are all going to read it differently. Now, when the first thing was, okay, overdressed unusuals didn't bother me because people, the whole world is full of crazy people. We're all crazy. And I may dress up and I'm an overdressed unusual because I don't get out much. So the night I'm going out, so whatever it is, I took from it a lot of things. The issue with the menus, is it that it really is overcrammed?
It is crammed.
Is it overcrammed?
is.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I'm not going out. It's too much for me. But you put your thought out there. You have to be prepared for the reaction.
Exactly.
Because
once you put yourself in the public eye,
in a tweet.
Once you put yourself in the public eye like that,
Yeah,
right?
man.
You are now a public figure. Whether or not you want to be a public figure, you are a public figure.
But here's the nice
so
thing about the tweet.
So people are gonna
Can't
see
manage,
what.
bruh. I was reading how to write patois from her tweet. Can't, CYAN, manage, BRA, MAN. Wait, manage, MINIJ.
Yeah, that's how you write patois. Yeah, true. Manage.
Have you ever written the word manage in patois?
Like that, yeah?
I've never written the word manage in patois. I write patois, but I've never written manage. I was like, oh, that's how you spell manage.
Yeah, man, I've done that.
Can't manage,
but at the end of the day, with this situation, I feel like if you're gonna put stuff out there like that, you have to be ready to take the flack. I mean, everybody's gonna come down on you because everybody's gonna want to say to you, "Boy, they feel a way about that." And sometimes instead of being aggressive and defensive when people come to you with things like that, it would be easier to try and see where everybody is coming from. And if you have offended anybody, maybe an apology.
And the thing is, people are allowed to go out and be overdressed
Yeah.
unusuals, and people are allowed to take pictures for the world because guess what? I feel them live. And that's the world we live in. Every time we all go out, we take a selfie, we take a picture of the food. We're all unusual.
And even if them feel like doing that and that's not for you, okay, it's not for you.
We're all usual unusuals, taking pictures. You all know you overdressed. When Revy went to the dance last week playing, he was overdressed, and he sees a lot of underdressed and overdressed at the dance.
All right, Empress, what's next?
All right.
Empressita.
All right, Emily was on the file because of her tweet, but however, the 14th staging of Restaurant Week saw for the first time a record number of 100 restaurants across 6 parishes a part of the event. Today being the last day to satisfy your craving, you overdressed unusuals, for local and international dishes at reduced costs. I'm one of them. I'm going to go. Foodies can enjoy #Take a Bite and enjoy tasty, savory, delectable, and Epicurean meals and Nyaman Scram if that's what you feel like. So take a picture though while you're doing it because we want to see you at Restaurant Week. But that's what's going on. Yeah, it's the last day. Did you go to any of the restaurant
I've had a
activities?
very tight week this week in terms of work, and so I didn't make it to Restaurant Week this week. But you know, I encourage everybody to go out and try it. I mean, why not? this might be something you enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
Next
so,
up.
the Kardashians are no longer a big worshipped shape, right?
Really?
There was a time when there was an upsurge of Kardashian lookalikes popping up all over the place after going under the knife. But guess what? According to some surveys, few women are seeking out what's dubbed the highly Instagrammable, exaggeratedly curvy body type. Wow, that was a mouthful. One young lady spent more than $500,000, that's $500,000 on roughly 30 plastic surgery procedures to emulate the reality star's look and lifestyle. I wonder where she get that money there from. Anyway, although she's pleased with her look, she's sworn off elective plastic surgery for the foreseeable future. Her last major procedure left the influencer bedridden for 2 months. She now suffers from persistent back pain linked to the weights of her breast implants and eventually will go under the knife again to downsize or remove them entirely for relief.
Okay, so hear this now. This is where you must have an opinion. Or you don't have to have an opinion, we can stay quiet. But I'm just going to say, you're mentally sick if you feel that you have to go and do all of that to look like somebody else. That must be a mental health issue, a self-love issue. And I hope no black girls out there are trying to look like Kardashian, because then you're so colonized. You're so sick. Who are you making these big breasts for? I mean, okay, if you want to be on Playboy. And maybe, yeah, Sakina, you may do some surgery because you're an actress and then and you may want to have a certain look for the role.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, I get
I'm
it.
good.
I'm just saying.
good.
I'm not saying anything about your size.
I'm saying, that's like a under the quiet, this, you know. Empress, I try to tell me, but it's fine. I understand what you're saying. And you know, in my opinion, I don't judge people who want to do plastic surgery. If they feel like that's something that they have to do, then that's
it's
okay
your body,
with
and
me.
if you want to change it.
But
cool,
what I have a problem with is the actually trying to be somebody else. That's
well, we're
what
all trying to be like somebody else, and we're all living in this fake world. Especially when we're aspiring to be like those we see on Instagram who put out their best filtered self.
all the time.
Their unreal self. And they show you that the world is so perfect when we know nothing
not.
goes so.
Yeah.
So we have to be ourselves and be real.
Well, it happens. Let's big up a real lady now. There's a real lady that did something real for us this week.
Who that?
Aaliyah Atkinson.
Oh yes, talk no, yes,
Yes.
Jamaica swimming sensation, yes. How could I forget the real lady? Aaliyah Atkinson clocked a world-leading 1 minute, 2.74 seconds to win gold in the women's 100-meter breaststroke in the final at the FINA World Cup in Singapore on Friday. You know you can't chew gum in Singapore. They'll lock
It's
you up.
true.
Just so you know. I remember going there and they're like, you can't chew gum. Anyway, this clocking also represents the 4th fastest time of her career. Atkinson took the race away from the field with a scorching first 50 meters of 29.876, the only sub-30 clocking. She also displayed her speed, endurance to also clock the fastest second. I could never do that commentary.
No?
Sports commentary. I'm tired already. But come, let me tell the people what I go on. What else you do? Oh, no, go back and me I try to tell the people. Yes. She also displayed her speed endurance to also clock the fastest second 50 meters time of 32.87 on her way to the victory. Sakina, the championship in Singapore is the final of 7 stops of the FINA World Cup. Oh, ready. Aaliyah Atkinson, real lady coming
Aaliyah,
in.
big up your nice clean skin self. We appreciate you. We are happy that you do this for Jamaica. And guess what? It's time for the morning's video pick.